Hello fiction writers, this is Alex Hurst and I'm here today to give you a tutorial on using categories to sort the content on your WordPress blogs. This method can be used for wordpress.com or wordpress.org blogs. The main reason someone might want to use a category to sort their content is to create the illusion of having multiple blogs under one domain name. This is quite easy to do. All you have to do is on your individual posts, use categories. So for instance, book reviews or author names. So if you have multiple contributors to your blog and you want to give each blog author a different feed, you can use this method. The only thing you have to do to create this is to create a custom menu, and you'll be replacing your primary menu. You can also do this with tags, but you'll have to find the tag link on your own and use link in the custom menu rather than categories, but I'm not going to go into that with this video. So going to my website here, I'm going to show you a few samples of what can be done. So here's my primary menu. And in the primary menu, I do a lot of book reviews on my blog, but two of my more popular series, Tackling Poe, when I was reading all of Edgar Allan Poe, and Roger Zelazny's The Book of Amber, I wanted to do category reviews because people keep coming back to them. And if you look at the bottom of my Firefox window on the far left, you'll see a little link place here. And if you look at the link when I'm hovering over book reviews, it gives my domain name and then category / book reviews, category / book reviews / tackling Poe, and categories / book reviews / the Book of Amber. So this is basically what you're going to be doing. In some cases, you might want to make a landing page before people go to all of the category posts, which is fine, and I'll show you that here too. Keep in mind that every single template of your theme is going to use a different way to show these. So on my website, if I load Tackling Poe, which I've pre-done here, it pulls them as kind of a fancier RSS feed showing the featured image and all of these categories and tags and all of that stuff. So it's not as nice as I would like, but the main thing I didn't want is at the very top a nested breadcrumbs. So it'll show like home, category archives, and Tackling Poe. I didn't want that. I wanted something simpler. But depending on your theme, this will be different. So if you don't like the way your theme is handling category feeds, you should probably try to find a theme that looks better if it's very important to your website. So the landing page, as I told you about for Illustrious, is here. So I created a landing page because I wanted people to know what this interview series was. And what I did was I just said here, you can follow this link to read every interview in the series. And I also created an image gallery, which I'm not going to go into with this video, but if you create an image gallery, you can also link to each article. So I just linked directly to it with the image. So if they click the image, they have access to the article itself. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a different blog of mine to show you how this is done. So I'm going to go to the Bookish Review. And if I go there, you'll notice that the menu is very plain and the website's just a basic blog. But, you know, in a couple months, I'm going to have about 100 reviews on here, and I want readers to be able to find book reviews based on the genre. So what I'm going to do is go to Dashboard. And it's very easy. You're just going to go to Appearance and Menus. And I don't have any custom menus, so I'm just going to create one. So I'm going to call it Main. And you want to make sure under Theme Locations that Primary Menu is checked. This is very important. And finally, you're going to add everything that you want in your menu here. And the way you do that is over here. So you can link a page. And if you're not seeing everything, you go to View All. So Home is an option, but I don't want it because if someone hits the top header, they'll be taken back home. So it's kind of a waste of my menu space. Links if you want to link to an outside website, or in this case, you want to link to maybe tags that you've used in your posts. If you don't want to go back in and do categories for everything, you can also link through tags, and that's fine, and give it a custom name. But for the purpose of this video, we're doing categories. So here I have the most common ones that I use, and I'm going to do fantasy, science fiction, and speculative fiction because these are the books that me and NJ Magus read the most. So I'm going to add them to the menu. But when you add something to the menu, it puts it in the order that you put them in. So I want contact to be last. The second thing you can do, if you want to have drop-down menus, it's very easy. So for instance, I just added fantasy twice, but just to show you, you nest it inward. And if you do this, it creates a drop-down menu effect. I don't need it for this, but make sure it says sub-item. So I'm just going to delete this, but this is so you know. You can create a drop-down menu using that method. So anyway, this is how I want it to look, and it looks really nice. And all I have to do is hit Save Menu. And then up here, if I just click the bookish review, it'll take me directly to the website. And there it is. So those are the 3 genres that I want people to be able to find. So if I hit fantasy, you'll see that this theme has breadcrumbs. So it says home and fantasy, and then it gives the main header, which is fantasy. For this theme, I think it does it very nicely. So I like this, and I'll keep it. And that's what this feed will look like. So it's quite different from the one that I showed you on mine, where if I click book reviews, it shows the featured image. So the way your theme handles it is an important factor when deciding how you're going to set up your website. In any case, that's it for today. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope it helped. See you soon.